First and foremost, I want to give all honor, praise, and glory to the Most High Yahweh, also true Holy Black Messiah, the King of Kings, royalty himself, Yahweh Shah, Amashiach, also the final father of the true part of One West. This is Fallen Kings coming right back at you with another lesson. The name of this class going to be is the true understanding of John 3:16. Here I got a picture of King James, which they whitewashed his image all through history. On the bottom of this page, if you look, it says King James, clearly what you will call black, and blacks are original royalty, and Jews rule Europe. Yeah, that's so true. That's what you call the quote-unquote dark ages. But the point I wanted to get to is that I want to get to the main topic, which is John 3:16. And the reason why I started off with the picture of King James to let you know that the Bible was written for Israelites and by Israelites. All right, and let me get a couple of scriptures right here. And I'm going to start off with John 3:16. This is the book of John 3:16. For Yahweh so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth him should not perish, but have everlasting life. Hey, people read that verse and they go, oh man, it's talking about the whole world. Now the scripture says that precept must be on precept. Here a little, there a little. And we must rightfully divide the word of truth. You just can't take that part of the Bible and run with it. Okay, let me get another scripture to justify what I'm saying. This is John chapter 3, verse 14. So you got to read 2 chapters above this to get the full understanding. You just can't take one part of it and run away with it. And as Moses lifted up the serpent in the wilderness, even so much the Son of Man be lifted up. So let's go through history here. Okay, so with that being said, okay, who was in the wilderness with Moses? Yeah, it was the Israelites. Who was the serpent was to be lifted up to in the wilderness? And you look in the history of this. I'm gonna go to the history of it where it tells you how everyone that was like sick, they was supposed to look up to this serpent and get healed, but that was only talking about the Israelites. And I'm gonna get that too. And as Moses lifted up the serpent in the as Moses lifted up the serpent in the wilderness, even as Moses lifted up the serpent in the wilderness, even so must the Son of Man be lifted up. That's talking about the 12 tribes. Let me bring it out with a precept. The history of it. This is Numbers chapter 21, verse 9. And Moses made a serpent of brass and put it upon a pole. It came to pass that if a serpent had if a serpent had bitten any man, when he beheld the serpent of brass, he lived, meaning that you won't die. But that was talking about the Israelites. Talk about any Israelites that was sick can look upon this serpent of brass and he will live, meaning he will be cured. He'll be healed instantly. So is that talking about all nations? Is that talking about everybody in the world? That's why we got to get the full understanding. Now let's go to the world which the Lord was talking about here. All right, this is I'm gonna go to the book of Isaiah. Let me get it 1 second. This is the book of Isaiah. This is the book of Isaiah 45, verse 17. But Israel shall be saved in the Lord with an everlasting salvation. Ye should not be ashamed, nor confounded, world without end. So when you go back to John 3:16, for God so loved the world, he gave his only begotten Son, who should ever believe in him should not perish, but have everlasting life. So that world is going what? Talking about the nation of Israel. Let's read it here again. This is Isaiah 45, verse 17. It says, but Israel shall be saved in the Lord with a everlasting salvation. You should not be ashamed, nor confounded, world without end. So let's just say that you're not understanding that real quick. Okay. All right, let me get another precept just to kind of solidify a little bit. Now this right here should make perfect sense. Okay, it should make, because all of it's tying together. This is the book of Ezra, chapter 6, and I'm gonna read it down a few chapters. So I'm gonna start off from 6 to. I'm gonna start off chapter 2nd Ezra, chapter 6. I'm gonna start off at verse 7. I'm gonna read on down. Then answer, Slakia. Then answer I and said, what shall be the parting of the sunder of the times? Or when shall be the end of the first, and the beginning of it that followeth? And he said, and he said unto me, from behold, Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob had held first the hill of Esau. Now we're going to get into the point of the world part. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. That goes right back to Isaiah 41:10, where it says, Israel should be saved with everlasting salvation, a world without end. That's talking about the Israelites. It's not talking about the whole entire world. You know what I mean? You can even go to certain parts in the dictionary where it talks about the sea world, the animal planet, the zoo, the zoo world, the world of what's another world? The line world, the worlds of fish. You know what I mean? There's different many worlds out there, but this particular world was talking about Israel. So I hope this lesson was I hope this lesson was very edifying. And to my next lesson, I say Shalom, and I want to give all honor, praise, and glory to the Most High Yahweh, His Holy Praise, Son, True Black Messiah, the King of Kings, promoted to Himself, Yahweh Shah, Amashiach. Also, the final Father, True Father, One West. This is For All the Kings coming back at you another lesson. For all but not forgotten. To you, I say Shalom.